Hello, welcome each and everyone. Today we welcome everyone for our first edition of the interview with Honorable Cherop, Charity, our aspirant guild speaker for Fortportal COHES Sciences 2026-2027. My name is Warinda Jonan, the host of today, and my guest today is
Charity Cherop.
And my co-host So today we shall be discussing more on the student leadership of Fortportal COHES. You know, when my students are outside there, they want to get to know the leadership of Fortportal. So I also thank Honorable Cherop for honoring our invitation, because it is not easy to invite someone and give you a response, because very many people would say, today I'm somehow busy, or today I have other works to do. But I say thank you for honoring my invitation.
And we are indeed delighted.
So very many students are outside there asking, they want to get to know who is Honorable Cherop, because they are hearing Madam Cherop is coming for Guild Speaker 2026-2027, but they want to get to know more. So in a few words, will you explain yourself, who is Madam Cherop?
Thank you very much, my interviewer. I'm indeed great with the opportunity that you have offered me this afternoon. It's indeed amazing. I'm humbled by the work that you're doing. It's inspirational to me. My name is Charity Cherop, and I'm the aspiring guild speaker of Fortportal COHES Sciences 2026-2027. I am a committed student that is focused and also more committed in servant leadership, because Fortportal COHES Sciences is an environment that I've lived in, and I have seen things happening around. So I'm not new to the leadership session. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Cherop. So also in the few words, my co-host, would you briefly explain on yourself?
Musambo Christopher, of course, the co-host of this interview. The first interview we're having with Madam Charity Cherop, aspirant on guild speakership of the Charity Institution, Fortportal College of Health Sciences. Of course, we're in a dialogue, but we're gonna ask her questions because we want a competent leader who will not only speak for us but also represent us in an elegant way. So madam, be ready for hot questions, and I think you prepared your answer.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Madam Cherop, you are willing to go for guild speaker for Fortportal. What personal values are you using or are guiding you to make sure that you become a guild speaker for Fortportal COHES?
Thank you very much, my interviewer. Personally, as Charity, I do have values that have guided me throughout
Yes.
throughout this journey when I began to talk about going into the leadership session of Fortportal COHES Sciences. I have three values that guide me as a person or as somebody who is coming up as a leader. First of all, it is not a position that I have ever stepped in.
Yes.
No, it's not a position that I've ever stepped in. But that doesn't put me down. The values that I have are the ones that push me up, and are the ones that strongly put me in the position or give me that shout up that yes, you can be in that position. My number one value is integrity. Integrity is something very wide to talk about. It is something big, if I can talk about. Integrity helps out. I can work over integrity because I feel when I have the integrity, I can do away with the popularity thing. that now I'm coming for the position, I want the popularity, I want to be familiar. No, I am guided by integrity. And I believe that integrity will strongly hold me if the position is given to me.
Okay.
And second of all, fairness. Fairness, I would consider fairness over favoritism. So fairness comes in during the council, when we get into the council and different things come in. I would consider fairness over favoritism. And then the last part of it is discipline. Discipline is very important. It is a value that holds you up. If at all I'm given this position, or if at all I'm to step into this leadership position, discipline is very important. Even among the council members, it is very important. So I believe it is a value, it is one of the core values that will guide my leadership journey as the guild speaker. If at all I'm given the position of the guild speaker, then those are the three core values that will guide my leadership journey.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that is a good because have someone stand on integrity, fairness, and discipline. I know those are some of the main key core values someone is saying in leadership. Then also, in leadership, someone you would have also stand on vision because I know you have a vision that made you to go for it, to be a guild speaker. So what vision are you having for the Guild Council of Fortportal COHES?
Thank you very much, dear interviewer. My vision is to create or to cultivate a structured and student-centered leadership among the council. Yes, it is my greatest vision for this journey.
So there are also other people who are there, they're struggling, they want they also go for Guild Council, Guild Speaker of Fortportal COHES. But what I want to get to know, what the demand which is on the ground for the Guild Speaker. I know you to become a Guild Speaker, there's something which you show. There is something which you want to unite between the student and the Guild Council. So how would you be making it to make sure you connect between the Guild Council and the Guild Council and the students?
Thank you very much, my interviewer. I know so many times students have felt disengaged, or so many times students have felt that they are left out or disconnected away from the council.
Yes.
But to bring these things in order, or to bring back the students to connect with the council, I will ensure that I engage them. And also sometimes the students present they present their issues,
Yeah.
and then they are put on table. Personally, as the guild speaker, if I'm given the position, I would ensure that during the guild council discussion, these issues are part of our discussion. I'll ensure that they are part of our discussion, yes, such that they can get the feedback at the end of the day, that they are represented. And how do they get a feedback? This is through staging up or creating forums for feedback for the students. Yes, I'll make sure the forums are staged up so that the students can get back the feedback through those forums.
So you have, I heard here you have talked about you make sure you see how you can connect the Guild Council with the students, or you make them be engaged in the Guild Council. So I don't know, when you have Guild conversations or Guild meetings, can you allow the students to come and be involved in those Guild Councils?
Thank you very much. I believe on that, there are points where flexibility has to be exercised. So where flexibility is necessary, then we apply it. If it's necessary for the students to come in, then they are free to come and put up their issues,
Yeah,
and they will be addressed.
because I had in the previous guild council, I was also part of the guild council in the previous guild council. You find when they have a meeting, only the guild members they are involved, but they don't allow the students to come and give their views. So how will you work on that? See that when there is guild council meetings, they allow one of the representatives, students, to come and present.
I think it's a great idea. It's really a great idea. That is why I said where flexibility is possible, they will be allowed to come in, step in, and then listen. And then sometimes it could be through communication. Sometimes communications are not so good between us and the students, between the guild council and the students. Sometimes you find the communication is so distant. The students are not receiving the way they should. Yes. So to ensure that this feedback to the students is considered, then the communication, proper communications should be staged up or should be put in order so that our students are able to receive the right feedback from the guild council to them.
That is a great idea. You are like a guild speaker. I think you will put there that voice for the students because it will be your responsibility then to do that. You make sure that when there is a guild meeting or maybe it's a guild council meeting, students they are also given opportunity to come in that meeting. They give out their views and solutions in that. So my co-host, you have heard what Madam Cherop was talking about. So what would you say about that?
And from what she has just spoken, indeed she has a great vision for our mighty college. I personally have not been in leadership before, but have heard rumors of her being in leadership before. Talking about the specific position she's aspiring for, which is guild speakership. The speaker's role demands neutrality and fairness. Now, I want to know how will Madam Charity Cherop ensure neutrality when presiding over the debates involving your allies and close colleagues?
Yes, thank you very much. Neutrality is very important because I know there are times when the meetings or discussions that we'll be having will stir up and you feel that the different people have different opinions. Even in guild council meetings, there happens when opinions are very different, and then me as a guild speaker, how will I work on this? How will I bring people together? How will I enforce the rules and so on? First and foremost, we do have constitutional rules. We do have the rules that govern the council or that govern us. So I'll ensure that I enforce the constitution without bias. Yes, I think that will be done without struggling so much. We enforce the constitution without all this, and also ensure that every voice is heard respectively. I'll have to listen from all the sides, and then we come in agreement, and then we ensure everything is cleared up and we move on well. And also, I'll ensure calmness. At this point, I'll ensure I am calm, because when you're not calm and you allow emotions to escalate, then definitely you wouldn't have done anything good. So definitely I'll have to stay calm as I enforce the constitution and also listen to everyone, and then we come into an agreement. I hope that will enable neutrality too.
And that's very hopeful indeed. And then another thing I wanted to base on the fact that you've been a leader before. And what I want to know, which lessons have you learned from that previous leadership that have prepared you for this role?
Thank you very much, my interviewer. I have I have engaged in different leadership platforms, not only at Fortportal College of Health Sciences, but even in the previous institutions that I've been. And for somebody to ensure that everything is moving on well, I have to ensure proper accountability. There should be accountability. There should be transparency. So many times we have seen a different institutions or different parts of or different social aspects of life. Sometimes, let me say in office, let me say anywhere at workplace, you find that sometimes issues come in when there is no transparency. But if I'm given that chance as a guild speaker, to serve as a guild speaker of this institution, I'll ensure that accountability and transparency is forward. I would ensure that it is at the forefront such that we are able to move on well.
That's very nice of you. And I was looking back in the political history of Fortportal College of Sciences and a particular post of guild speakership. And it came to my attention that we have not had any female representative as a guild speaker on the guild council. And me and you know that leadership involves conflict. So can you explain how you will handle heated disagreements within the guild council without compromising professionalism?
Yeah, thank you very much. Earlier on, I had talked of being calm with authority. When you have the authority, I think it takes calmness for you to handle something. So sometimes, or there are so many times that I have experienced other people lead, I have seen that some people are stirred up by their emotions and they end up doing something maybe the way they couldn't expect it. Sometimes the anger, sometimes the different things within us are the ones that may lead us at that time. But personally, I would call for calmness, and I know when I have the calmness, I'm able to instill the authority within my council. Yeah. And then also, I would consider a respectful dialogue with my fellow leaders. If there is something that is not clear, I would consider a respectful dialogue amongst all of them. And then at the end of the day, we are able to draw a conclusion about certain things. Certain things just need to be fixed. Sometimes we don't need to put in our emotions in what we do, especially when it comes to leadership. You have to learn to be calm, respectful, and ready to listen. And I believe I have all those values. I'm ready to listen to anyone.
So to our viewers, we as the interviewers or the hosts of this interview, we are really mesmerized and we're indeed contented about the feedback she's giving us. But as we all know, leadership is built on legacy and impact. Here comes my last question for the Honorable, who is aspiring for the Guild Speakership post. And I want to ask Madam Charity, if elected, you know, most leaders, when we elect them and get into the council, they depart and don't listen to our concerns anymore. They pretend to be our close relatives and friends when we're in the campaigns. They are looking for votes, you know, they want to get into the council. But when they get there, they do the other side round. So I want to know, if elected, what measurable impact would you want students to say you made by the end of your term?
Thank you very much, my dear interviewer. I know so many times when by the end of the regime, so many times students try to assess, students try to look at and try to create a difference between the previous leadership and this one. What has been brought in, what has happened, what has transpired. To my dear fellow students, I wouldn't want to promise, but I would want to inform them that by the end of my regime, I'll ensure that the upcoming leaders, or the leaders that will be coming after us, will see a difference, especially in the guild council meeting. We shall ensure very organized sittings that are not about fights, but sittings that are about creating a difference, or a difference amongst us within the community, or the student body that we are heading. Also, at the end of the regime, if at all I'm given the chance, I would ensure that there will be respectful debates leaders, because I would have created the platform and it will be good. So there will be respectful debates among the incoming leaders as well. Then there will be also transparent decisions. I think my goal is to exercise transparency and accountability. So trust me, they will also be able to see transparent decisions. I think that's it.
So to my co-host, Mr. Jonah,
Yes.
I want you to do some review of what she has told us. Do you see potential in Madam Charity Cherop?
Well, thank you, my co-host. The way I see Charity Cherop, because I've worked with Honorable Cherop in different tasks, in different communities within the campus, I see her as someone who is capable of this post. Because you know that leadership is not all about like jail, it is all about competence. Because when you see someone is capable of doing something, when he was trying to do something in a different community, it means when he comes in another community or in another field, she can what? She can try to do it better. That was Madam Cherop, Charity, the guild speaker Aspirant, and I had my co-host, Mr. Chris, and we are so glad to have your time to hear from this interview. I'm also thankful to Madam Cherop for honoring my invitation. I will also keep on thanking you. So, in a few words, can you give us a concluding message to the students there who are willing to support you? Which message are you giving to them?
Thank you very much, my interviewers. And to my fellow students outside there, I greet you all once again in Jesus' name. And my name, I would like to repeat it. My name is Charity Cherop, Aspirant Guild Speaker, Fortportal COHES Health Sciences, 2026-2027. Please do not lose your trust in this journey. I am firm, I am strong, and I am ready to serve you all. I request that you cast your votes when that time comes. Kindly cast your votes to Cherop Charity, your guild speaker. God bless you all.
Okay.